What's up, witches? Luna here with an unboxing and a fresh hairdo. I'm so excited. Yes, I got it cut off. Oh, it's like a breath of fresh air. Sorry. Oof. Okay. I have a wonderful gift deck. Wait. Here we go. Gift deck from my friend Tavia. Look at this. Guardian of the Night. This is by MJ Cullinane, the same person that did the Crow Tarot, which Tavia also gifted me with. So this is amazing. I'm so grateful. She also sent me just such a generous donation for my computer fund, and I thank you and bless you for that as well, Tavia. Okay, let's get in. Let me zoom in. I'm going to try real hard not to do an excess of throat clearing, but I have a voice box full of allergy, so we'll see how it goes. So here's the box, nice sturdy box, Guardian of the Night. Look at that bat. Oh my God. From bats to bees, from a panther to a pangolin, from cattle to a capybara, the Guardian of the Night brings to you a wonderful, oh God damn, okay, wait, brings to you a world full of vibrant, powerful, and wise creatures, each adding an additional layer of insight as you travel inward. And we've got a couple of images, and all it says down here is printed in the USA, which, let me look up something real quick here. Okay, so Tavia had said, I ordered the first printing of the Guardian of the Night deck in 2020. This is the second printing. So obviously self-published. There is no publisher on this book. She says, I love, love, love this deck and its shamanistic feel. I can't wait to see you unbox it. So, okay. So we have just a plain cardboard inner. So this, I'm looking at this now and thinking about self-publish, and thinking, did someone actually sit and glue this on? Or, it's giving me like this really personal vibe. Look at the book, nice and shiny. Glossy pages, beautiful, well done. So on the inside it says The Guardian of the Night Tarot, copyright 2020 by MJ Cullinane. All rights reserved, blah, blah, blah. All right. Let's just look at the initial quote and then about the artist, and then we'll get in. Even a happy life cannot be without a measure of darkness, and the word happy would lose its meaning if it were not balanced by sadness. It is far better to take things as they come along with patience and equanimity. And that's a quote from Carl Jung. Margot Jones, aka MJ, is an award-winning Seattle-based artist, writer, mother, and lover of all things magical, especially crows. Okay, Margot Jones, MJ Cullinane. Where's the Cullinane coming? Okay, I'm curious. So, lover of all things magical, especially crows. She attended Parsons School of Design, yet her unique technique for telling stories through digital collage is self-taught and has been her passion for over 10 years. Nature and its creatures are a familiar theme in MJ's work. However, having grown up south of Boston, her collages are heavily influenced by the energy of the city. Her work often merges the two worlds. Her path into the world of tarot was a beautiful accident that came out of a difficult time in her life. The process of creating the Crow Tarot helped her discover her own wings, though at the time she didn't realize how life-changing the project would become. She simply fell in love with the process, the messages, and the feeling each card evoked. The Crow Tarot, MJ's first published deck, has achieved a significant following and recognition with crow lovers and the tarot community, including winning the 2019 Carta Award for Best Tarot Deck and Best Illustrator of her tarot deck. How wonderful. When MJ is not making art or writing, she's spending time with her daughter, playing in nature, practicing magic, and finding new sources of inspiration. All right. So we see the card, the card backs. It's a big old deck. So we have this eye in the center. Come on. There we go. The all-seeing eye in a repeating pattern. Kind of a chunky deck, but as far as, from here to here, it could be bigger. So we'll see when it comes to shuffling. So look, the Fool. And we've got a big wolf right right up front. One of my main animal guides is the wolf. And we have a hare, and look at, he's stepping on ice, and the ice is cracking. So it's like he's looking at this hare going, ooh, I want that, and not being aware of what he's stepping on. So definitely captures the gist of the message. I'm just seeing the MJC in the corner here too. The magician is a raccoon with all of the elements. So we certainly are mirroring traditional images. And look at the high priestess. It's Stella Luna. Oh my God. I love bats. I love fruit bats. I love Stella Luna. We used to read it all the time to my kids, and look at him hanging off. Look at her hanging off the moon with her little Hathor's mirror, horns of Isis, the sun disk and the cow horns. I love it. Then we have the Empress, who is the fox. Fascinating. I'll be very interested to see. Let's go see now, like what she says about it. Okay, represents motherly love and compassion. I'm looking to her. Okay, the mother fox came to mind when illustrating the Empress. I imagined this beautiful, vibrant aminal protecting her young as it rests underground, connected to Mother Earth, growing stronger and shielded from threats. The fox is not only attractive, but she's also innovative and resourceful. And much like the Empress, the fox understands its position and surroundings with complete clarity. The energy of the fox and Empress combined is one of refinement and cunning. It is an energy that creates a strong awareness of all aspects of a situation, so that when you proceed, there is an air of protection around you. And then it says fox, cleverness, spry, magical shape-shifting. So, interesting. Never in a million years would I have thought of fox for Empress, but there you go. The owl is the emperor. Look at the owl feathers hanging off the sword. Wow. There's the ram, the throne. The Hierophant is a mouse. So if you think about mice being kind of, or it's actually a rat, that's a rat. I'm kind of delighting in that. And we have the supplicants down here. Fun. Okay, I gotta go in. I really do. The little rat. All right. Thought about how the young rat wanted to be a chef, but all right. So there's a longer story here. All right, we won't go into that now, but I love that the Hierophant is a rat. And not to take anything away from rats, they're amazing. The lovers. Look at the scorpion tails. Oh, and the caduceus and the Luna moth. This is fascinating. The chariot is a honey badger. I love badgers. And chickens. Badgers and chickens. This is going to be fun, fun, fun. Strength. Look at, now there's a mouse standing up to a snake, or just vibing with the snake. Look at the heart and the poppies. Poppies about, chilling, and mushrooms. So many symbols in each card. The hermit is a spider in the web. That's wonderful. Talking about being kind of in the eye of something, in the center of something, and looking at how it's all connected. Dig it. The Wheel of Fortune. We've got a snake, spiders, and owls in a lovely kaleidoscopic kind of thing. Justice. And now the bat is like taking flight from a sword. We've got the scales balancing on the sword. The Hanged Man. Perfect! The possum is absolutely perfect for that. Death. Oh, wow. So the owl has got a mouse. And look at the rays around the mouse's head. And, you look at these thorns below. It's like death from above, but, death from below as well. There's kind of an inevitable vibe about this, which is very true to the Death card. Temperance. Ah, looky! A creature equally at home in land and water. The Devil is a fucking jackalope. Oh my God. If you're not familiar with a jackalope, if you go anywhere out west, you'll see these taxidermied things of, a jackalope, which is a jackrabbit with antelope horns. Hilarious. And then we have the heart down here as well. And look at the snake skeletons. So there's the two beings, is the snakes with the heart in the middle. Wow. Okay. The Tower. We've got vultures and a saw cutting the tree down. Check it out. Ooh, I just love the way she's translating this to the animal world. The Star, there's my heart. That is a male red deer, also known as a hart. Look at him, king of the woods. And the moon is a coyote. Going in the trash. Okay, so the moon, we've got these two like high-rise buildings and the moon. Coyote getting ready to bounce on a fish there, knocked over the trash. Wow. The sun is a beautiful cougar. Judgment. Ah, look at that. The snake shedding its skin. That's perfect. And the world. Oh, my goodness. Being a bumblebee. There's a grasshopper down here, fireflies. So thinking about, look at the bee in the center there, how very dependent we are on them for everything we eat. Nearly everything, anyway. Ace of Wands. So we've got one of these kind of spiders that you'll see them and they wear their legs in pairs, top and bottom. Terrifying, huge, completely harmless, and gorgeous. What is it, an orb weaver? I can't remember. So there's the Ace of Wands. Again, we have those high-rise buildings and nature kind of coming up in between. The Two of Wands. The Lions, partnering and planning. The Three. We have the bird bringing a wand, so there's that kind of ships come in vibe. The Four of Wands. Are those magpies, I think? So you get the idea of communication, a structure being built, collaboration. The Five. Oh, look at this poor little beaver. Trying to build a dam, but the waves are too strong. Wow. So you definitely get that discoordinated effort kind of thing, that the efforts aren't coordinated to work with what the circumstances are. Six of Wands, the Victory card. Look at the big laurel wreath here. And we have lemurs. We've got lemurs. Look at their tails. I love lemurs. Seven. Ooh. Stand your ground, indeed. The Eight. Look at the falcon. The fastest of the birds. And we've got like a, there's a snake coming through here as well. And it certainly does seem that there's going to be a big description for each card. Okay. The Nine of Wands, look at the porcupine. Oh my God. Yep, that'll keep them back. Boundaries. Even threats. Ten of Wands. And look at the salmon swimming upstream against these wands. Wow. The Page is, what is that? I want to see what this creature is. Bowerbird. Okay, so this is the bird that builds, I see it now, that builds this incredible setting. If you don't know what a bowerbird is, look it up on YouTube, because they arrange the grass. They actually build a structure, and then they bring like all these bright colored things in and decorate it so the female will be enticed. How do you like my pad, baby? Awesome. The knight is a Wolverine, right? Yes. The queen is a lioness, and the king is a lion. So we have a bird, and then a mammal, and then a pair, a lioness and a lion. So let's see if it follows along, like a bird and another animal, and then, you know, a pair. Here's the Ace of Cups with a heron. Just beautiful, beautiful collage. And here's the two. Look at the elephants. A lion up in the sky, a caduceus again. Raccoons, trash pandas partying. And the 4 is an armadillo. Or is that a pangolin? I think that's a pangolin. This is really appealing to the little kid in me who we had, yes, it's a pangolin. Protection, going inward. 4 of Cups, that's perfect. Curling up, introverted, yes. When I was a kid, we had World Book encyclopedias, and if you took like the C or the D or the A, if you did the A and just let it fall open, it would fall open to all the animals of the world pages. Same thing with cats and dogs and horses. So I know my animals. The 5 is a death head moth. All right. Sorry, I need to go here and see what she says. Death's head hawk moth. Mystery, loss, transformation, camouflage. So what she describes, you know, she describes the full image, and I know that's going to be worth reading. But at the end, she just mentions the animal that is focused on and gives what that animal stands for. So you're going to get a really good knowledge base of just animal correspondences, and that's worth it in and of itself. Here's the 6 of Cups with elephants. These have patterns on them. Okay. Heart center, relationships, love, harmony, wisdom. So this doesn't really talk about looking to the past. It's just really being heart-centered with someone. 7 of Cups. There's the rabbit, looking at all the possibilities. The moon, the key, the laurels, the heart. Which way do I go? Which way do I go? 8 of Cups with a tiger. Looks like it's got a paw in a cup. Oof, look at the peacock. So here we are, the wish card. Look at that. Look at that. Cliff and I watch a show called Time Team. It's a British show that has 24 seasons or 23 seasons or something ridiculous, and we've been watching it for years now. And there's an archaeologist named Phil, and he has a very strong northern accent, and he'll see something and go, look at that, look at that. And I said, we're going to start doing a drinking game. Every time Phil says, look at that, we're going to take a shot. Mentally. Okay. 10 of Cups. And we have this gathering of animals. So, of course, she doesn't name every animal. She says the forest animals come together for the 10 of Cups as they are a community that brings their unique talents and resources to support each other. So, yes, community. And a capybara is the page. A swan for the knight. So we've kind of switched those now. Then we have an orca is the queen, and another orca is the king. So yes, we do have the king and queen being the same animal, and you see the crowns there. Okay, now into the swords. Look at the sword coming out of a lily. And we got a grasshopper and bats. 2 is a frog. A tree frog. I can't really see what's under the water there, or whatever it is, wherever it is. 3 of swords. Oh, look at the tusks. And the chains. Wow. All right. Yeah, gotta go. Gotta look it up. Sorry. Sorry, not sorry. Okay, 3 of swords. Elephants, heart center, relationships, love, harmony, wisdom. So again, these kind of boiling things down, it's not giving you the meaning of the card. It's giving you the meaning of the animal featured on the card. Because 3 of swords is certainly not about love, harmony, and wisdom. It's about heartache. So all right. I'll go deeper when I do a reading. 4 of swords. Looky. Look at the little hedgehog. Oh my goodness. All underground, resting and recouping. There's the 5. How weird is it? I'm thinking it's weird that this one has spots, because I associate spots with fawns, but he's got antlers that size. I'm confused. Anyway, the 5 of swords. Swords in stumps with an X. Defeat. Then there's the 6. So there's that idea of going through water. 7 of swords. Thief. Panther. Oof. The 8 is owls. And you see the roots, something hemming you in here. The 9 is a polar bear, mommy and baby. Oh God, I just got a vibe of just like our current times and what's happening to polar bears, and that being the big sad. Yikes. 10 of swords. Oh, goodness gracious. There's a baby bird, broken eggshells, a baby bird out of the nest, and that's where the swords are hitting. My friend's daughter called yesterday while we were together and found a baby bird, and they were trying to figure out how to rescue it and what to do and where could they take it, and then she said it doesn't have feathers yet, and it's like, oh honey, I hate to say it, but it's probably not going to make it. Page of swords, there's a ferret. And then a fish that looks like it got toofies. Whatever it is, it's got tafes. Let's look at the knight and see. A barracuda. Ooh, yeah. Sharp, patient, focused, disguises itself. Wow. Queen of swords is an owl. And there's her partner, the king with their crowns. Okay, Ace of Pentacles. Oh, look at that owl. So interesting that she doesn't correlate the elements with the kind of animal, like pentacles being earth. It's not just mammals. She's going across those boundaries. There's the owl. The 2 is dolphins. The 3 is a heart again, a heart and a wolf, and wolves. That's interesting. The 4 is a fox and rabbits. Interesting. We've got these predator-prey things going on in the suit of pentacles. The 5, an owl and a caterpillar. Are these chrysalises up here? I think maybe. The 6 is a water buffalo, with the bird that helps it. 7 is a black widow, and look at, yes, the nests or the webs waiting to catch things. So harvest, you definitely get that vibe. The 8 of Pentacles. Yep, getting the work done, filling the quota or whatever it is. 9 of Pentacles, a bear hibernating. That's perfect. And look at the dreaming of salmon. 10 of Pentacles, look at the bees. Bees certainly denote abundance. And their bee butts are pentacles, gathering in the bounty. Page of Pentacles is an octopus. The Knight is a donkey. The Queen, a cow. And there we go. There's the King. Okay. Oh, I never set up my charcoal. Holy crap. Let's get a piece in here. All right. And let me zoom you back out. Now, let's light a match. I hate these matches. There we go. Do yo thing. Here we are. Okay. Now, I am also going to do a smoke cleanse. We'll get this going. If you're new to this channel, you're discovering that I take things slowly. And I hope when you watch these videos that you are also taking things slowly, that you use it as an opportunity to slow down, have a cup of tea, glass of water. Okay, and then we have salt water. All right. And allies and ancestors, guides and guardians, please send blessings to my friend Tavia. Bless her, and I thank you for your presence here. Help me to receive some good messages for her reading. Did she ask a question? I don't think she did. Let's see here. No. All right. So, we will be asking, what does Tavia need to know right now? And I offer you fresh water and the fire of Azrael. I offer the spirit of divination and invoke it into this deck, connecting with the wonderful artist and my wonderful friend. All right, let's try a riffle shuffle and see what happens. They're not too big. You can see I can wrap my fingers around the whole thing here, so that's always a good sign. Oh, it shuffles wonderfully. Woot! The end part, not so well, but they're slippy, and that's a good thing. They slip against each other, so I know they're going to be easy to cut shuffle as well. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Very fun to shuffle. Uh-oh, they don't want to be shuffled that way anymore. All righty. So let's look now at the book and see the spreads that she recommends. So we have preparing to use your deck. I don't know about you, but when I get a new deck, I am so excited that I just want to jump in and start using it right away. Like a child on Christmas morning, I rip open the box and sift through the cards one by one with delight, looking for little hidden images or small details. I look at each image up close and then from a distance to get a feel for its unique energy. That's an excellent idea. And I know when I do any kind of visual art, it's been a while, but I've done a couple portraits and things, and I will do this thing where I get real close and back, and I'll watch myself kind of doing this thing back and forth. So it's interesting, you know, it must be an artist thing. Each card holds power and tells a story, and it is in this initial meeting that I connect with all the personalities and their quirks that reside within the deck. Some of the cards create a warm, comforting feeling like that of a good friend. Others come off strong and create friction. So yeah, we do. I always recommend when you get a new deck to go through every card and kind of set aside the ones that you're particularly attracted to and repulsed by. I use various methods to clear negative energy that builds up over time on my decks, and that includes first clearing myself of any negative vibes. If I'm not in a good space energetically speaking while cleaning my deck, it's like mopping the floor while wearing a big old pair of muddy boots. Truth. The shower, aka my portal to the beyond, is a great place to let bad vibes go down the drain. I imagine the water as pure light energy washing away all the murky, mucky muck that tends to build up over time. Another technique and not to go too far down the woo-woo hole here is to imagine that holding all that negative junk in your body is one of those rubber tub stoppers with the metal chain. Imagine it's near your belly button or solar plexus. Now envision giving the metal chain a good tug until the rubber stopper comes out, and with it you release all the emotional toxins that seep into our bodies as a result of just, well, living. Okay, so she goes on about how to cleanse your deck, and then we have single card, yes, no, maybe. And she has, all right, I guess that this is yes, this is no, and this is maybe. So yes would be, all right, shuffle the deck. When you feel that little tug that lets you know the answer is ready to be revealed, draw your card. So yes would be Fool, Magician, Empress, Chariot, Strength, Star, Sun, World, Ace of Wands, three, like most of the wands. So she goes through each suit and names cards for yes, no, and maybe. And the maybe, oh, interesting. The Two of Cups is a yes. Think about it. It's a relationship. It shows love and a vibe. But it seems all the other twos are maybes. No, the Two of Swords is a no. So fascinating. All right. I like that. I really like that. Then we have single card advice. And then she says, okay, so you're putting out single card draws can be especially rude. All right, I'm confused here. I created this spread for the Grimalkin Tarot. However, it is my favorite for quick readings regardless of the deck I'm using. Motivation, external influences, obstacle, and wisdom. Interesting that she doesn't name that spread. And then there's questions from the major arcana. The Fool, are you letting the fears or opinions of others prevent you from taking a leap of faith? Magician, what is your magic power and are you using it? Okay, that's pretty cool. So we're going to do a 4-card. And I will read these cards. All right, so for my friend Tavia. I'm doing a 4-card spread. Oh, there comes the first one. Please give me a message for my friend. What does she need to know right now? What does she need to know right now? Give me a message for Tavia that will help her navigate her day, these times, and even her life. Okay, I think they want to stop, so I'm going to take these two off the top. All right. So just off the top, we have 2 of Cups, 3 of Swords, 7 of Wands, and 4 of Pentacles. So right off the rip here, there's 2 of Cups denotes a relationship, 3 of Swords, heartache, 7 of Wands, standing your ground, sticking to your purpose, succeeding against odds, and then the 4 of Pentacles, which is about gathering in and kind of stockpiling. So let's take them one at a time according to category. The first one is, what is your motivation? What is sparking action? And we go to the 2 of Cups. The elephants stare at each other, and with complete precision and in unison, they fill the other's cup. Oh! So look, their trunks are up in the air. Each one of them is filling the other's cup. What a beautiful image. Oh my God. Sorry. The 2 of Cups. Sorry. The Two of Cups brings a bond, which comes from being in tune with another's energy. She kind of makes up her own words and her own grammar, and I kind of dig that. She uses the word in tuned just as a whole word. It is that kind of relationship that just feels right. It is soul level and karmic. The energy the Two of Cups brings is one that leaves you feeling as though you traveled through lifetimes with someone or held an occupation or passion for something that has moved with you, evolving with each incarnation. This could be a romantic relationship, or it could be a strong friendship, or even a deep desire for a particular hobby. It is this person or thing that just fills a void in your soul. When the Two of Cups appears in a reading, you may have a chance encounter with someone who you were destined to know, someone who will feel instantly familiar. You may be on the verge of joining forces with someone who will help your situation improve or grow more sturdy due to their input. If your relationship has been complicated, the Two of Cups suggests that you seek out common interests. Find ideas or values you share with someone, as your common goals will help you overcome any differences. It seems only fitting for the Two of Cups that the elephant's energy center is in its heart. When you need to feel a sense of belonging, of companionship, call upon this gentle giant to help you connect with your heart center. The elephant brings harmony and emotional intelligence in your situation. I like the emotional intelligence part. Let this magnificent spirit help you find compassion for others and allow its easy nature to soften your spirit. When you connect with the elephant, your heart opens, prejudice and disagreements dissolve, leaving room for new ideas or relationships. And the elephants are heart center, relationships, love, harmony, and wisdom. So the motivation here is connection. Having a strong motivation to connect with someone at the heart level. All right, let's go on to the next one here so we can build the story. This is external influences. What outside influences are adding friction or support to your situation? What is not in your control? Well, guess what? The pandemic. This is talking about the inability to connect with people because of what's going on externally. I mean, that couldn't be more clear. There's certainly heartache coming from the outside that is stopping us from being able to connect with people face to face, up close, where we share droplets of water in the air, to get very graphic and literal about it. Okay, when I created the Three of Swords, I wanted you to feel a heaviness that none of the other cards possess, and boy, it does. Look at the chains weighing down and the shackles. When you hold this card, can you feel the low rumbling vibration? That's why the elephants are here. This is an energy that comes from feeling betrayed, of knowing that your trust has been violated, of being so painfully aware that you are not the victor but rather the victim. It is the energy that comes from discovering your husband or wife cheated on you for years, or that your business partner cooked the books and left you holding the bag. It's the energy that comes from learning that you lost a promotion because of a backstabbing coworker. I've found that this card seems to make its way into readings when there's a breach of trust within a partnership or group. It may not indicate an ending, but it does okay, I'm going to go off book here, because this is finding out that there are people, in our world, in our country, in our neighborhood, even in our family, that just don't have our best interests at heart, that are not going to see beyond their own needs and are going to betray us in that fashion, because they do not have the good of the whole as any part of their agenda. So there's the motivation is I really want to connect and get together with people and feel that face-to-face connection, that joy, but out externally we've got these heavy, heavy, heavy circumstances and people that are just willing to, ego-bound people that are willing to put the greater good at risk so they can have their own gratification. All right, third position. Obstacle. What is getting in your way? Is it real or is it perceived? And we have 7 of Wands. All right. This speaks to holding your position, of digging in your heels and not giving an inch. You may feel like an alligator, low to the ground, concrete, and connected to your beliefs. Use this to your benefit if you encounter someone who challenges your philosophy. All right, so in the category of obstacle, what is getting in the way is that standing of ground. There are those of us on the safety, vaccination, greater good side that have dug in our heels and are saying, I'm not going to put myself at risk. I'm not going to be a spreader. I'm not going to, betray everybody else. And then we've got people just as dug in on the other side. So this certainly is the obstacle, that we haven't, in these times where we've been so polarized, we haven't been able to bridge. When you've got extreme views, how do you bridge that? And can you bridge that, is the question. Now, I want to bring this down to a personal level as well. So this does play out on a one-to-one level, that I want to connect with somebody. We've had a connection in the past, but there's been a betrayal. And and it's heavy. And how do I get over that? Well, what's standing in the way of getting over that is digging in your heels and standing your ground. So on a personal level, it may be possible to start to bridge that gap. The obstacle is the obstacle is non-compromise, but to bridge there would need to be compromise, but it has to be both-sided. So this is why it can be the obstacle, because neither, if one is willing to compromise and the other isn't, then, there's no deal. So the obstacle is people digging in and standing their ground, whether it's one-sided or both-sided. And then the outcome, this is the wisdom. The wisdom the cards bring back to you that will help you move in the most like I said, she's got her own fucking syntax here. The wisdom the cards bring back to you that will help you move in the most beneficial direction. I think that's a typo. All right, let's look at the Four of Pentacles. All right. When it came time to create an image for the Four of Pentacles, I thought about the nimble fox losing its agility because it is consumed by the fear of failing to keep the quick-moving rabbits it caught earlier in the evening. In trying to restrict the rabbits, it also restricts itself. So he's trying to herd these rabbits and keep them, and because he's keeping them, he's missing, that there's a great big rabbit there. So in trying to hang on, we restrict ourselves. Very true to the Four of Pentacles meaning. When the Four of Pentacles appears, you may need to examine how control or your need for it impacts a situation. Are you or someone else holding on to something so tightly that there's no room for growth? An example of this may be someone who cannot let go of some tasks at work, who is unwilling to relinquish control to a co-worker or hire help, or unwilling to compromise, clinging to their belief systems. This may, in the end, cause stagnation or less productivity. The question you may want to ask yourself is, are you saving or investing? One grows, the other stays the same. So saving is just sticking it away. Investing is planting it. The rabbit brings abundance. Call on this energy, but don't restrict it. Let it run free. Release the fox to do what it does best. Be nimble and clever. So this is saying you need options, that you need to be able to change. And what's the cardinal rule of NLP? The person with the greatest capacity for change wins. So the wisdom here is that you need to be willing to change. But again, there is an element here of also staying true to yourself. When you use the fox and the rabbit in harmony, you will have the skills needed to bring about a positive shift, and with it a bountiful harvest. The rabbit is abundance, reproduction, open, creativity, luck. Fox is cleverness, spry, magical, shape-shifting. So, an agreement can be reached. We can, surmount this obstacle if you're willing to let go of some of the things that you hold precious, but not all the way. Just be willing to see things in a new light is what I'm seeing here. And being able to take each situation as it comes. So if we're looking at the collective, it's like I want my cake, I want to have my cake and eat it too. Or the actual expression is eat your cake and have it too. If you eat it, you won't have it anymore. So if we do that I want to have my cake, then we lose the ability to eat my cake. And if I want to just eat my cake, then there's nothing left over to have. So this is talking about being agile, having some mental agility to be able to see ideas from the other side, to be able to sort of let loose of things, to recognize where we're hoarding, where we are inflexible, where we're not willing to part with our own ideas, our own philosophies. And so that's the wisdom in here, that we've got to be willing to keep what really is worth it and let go of some things in order to reach some kind of compromise, in order to work out the things that need to be worked out, in order to voice the betrayal and express my side of the story without digging in. And then we can connect. On the collective level, looking at the COVID thing, this would be like taking circumstances each on their own merit. Like if there's something where people are getting together, but the way in is through a negative test and vaccination proof, that's information that can allow you to be more flexible. So, and on an individual basis, I think it's just a matter of conversation, of being able to state your position and then also being able to listen to the other side without digging in. They're telling me take another one. And we've got 3 of Wands here. Let's see what this one says. Your current situation may benefit from broadening your horizons by looking beyond the present to what could be in the future. So again, keep visualizing the good outcomes. There's a great big world out there waiting to be explored. The 3 of Wands asks that you not jump into action without a plan. You have plenty of time to get the details right, and when you focus your energy on creating a vision for where you want to go, a roadmap will appear. So this does talk about really having a plan and being able to move forward slowly and not jump without knowing where you're going to land. It is a green light to get off the fence and take action. Go forward knowing that where you will end up will be a positive place. When thinking about the message of the 3 of Wands, I thought about birds that migrate. The scissor-tailed flycatcher moves through the dark skies as it returns from Central America to North America's plains. What I find interesting aside from that, they can navigate their way through the night for thousands of miles. They tend to wander, perhaps not settling for what is closest, but rather an area that feels right. Call on this beautiful songbird when you need to get that traveling itch, as this bird is not afraid of putting in the miles. And the flycatcher stands for migration, path, expansion, and travel. So even like on a collective level, if we can't get together face to face, maybe a way that you help to keep that from getting heavy and from feeling like you've been dug in here is to just do some travel, some day trips, jump in the car and go out and see the world until you can come face to face with the people in it. All right. Dang, Tavia, I absolutely love this deck. I really do like the artist. I like her a lot. I like her writing. I like that she plays with language. And I love the animals. Thank you so much, dear. And I love that it's a tarot rather than an oracle. It's always a much steeper challenge for an author to make a tarot deck. You know, oracle is like wide open. You can make it however you want it, as many cards as you want, whatever format, whatever, images, whatever you want to base it on. You could do the oracle of kitchen utensils, for God's sakes. But the tarot has that format and that foundation that you need to make decisions about. Are you going to stick to it? How far afield are you going to go from it? And this is a beautiful, beautiful deck. Thank you. I hope that reading resonated for you, my dear, and I hope it resonated for the collective as well. Please leave your comments below and hit like and subscribe if you have, in fact, enjoyed this. And if you want to get a reading for yourself, hit the wish list and send me a deck. There's the wish list is growing every day, so it needs whittled down. Do your part. Thank you so much for hanging out with me, you guys. I will see you next time. This is Luna. Blessed be.